Good evening, good afternoon, good morning. This is Lemurian Donna Carol. I am very happy to be here tonight and happy that you all are here tonight. So today is February 27th, and we have one more day in February. And of course, I'm very excited about that because that means the weather's getting warmer. I hope you're all doing well. Please consider liking, sharing, subscribing, or donating to my channel if you're getting benefit from it. I do have a series of Arcturian healings that are potent and powerful. So if you have issues with your teeth or your digestive system or, your brain, check out those Arcturian healings, bring in those guides, and get some good energy for your healing. So today I went for a walk because it was a nice day, and I hadn't been walking because, excuse me, because I've been really low energy, but today I had energy, so I went for a walk, and I know better than to do this, but I started talking politics with my new neighbor, and that was a big mistake. And I'm not going to do that in the future because I got triggered, I got agitated, and I had to walk afterwards, and I brought in the pink ray of the Lemurian Mother Goddess, and it really calmed me down pretty quickly. Long story short, most people do not know about the Cabal, the Illuminati, the Luciferian agenda. They don't understand that in the United States, both parties are controlled by these nefarious forces still, and they don't understand that what's going on right now is that there is a global agenda and there is a desire to have one world government, one world economy or money system. And this country where I live is being destroyed from the inside out. That is my belief. And I know this country is not going to survive the shift because my guru told me that a long time ago. So for me to get involved in politics or even put my energy there, I think it's a mistake. It's a waste of time. It triggers me. It agitates me. And I know this country's not going to survive the shift. Many countries will not survive the shift. There's going to be huge earth changes here in the not so distant future. That being said, I would like to say hello to Angelique. Thank you, bonjour. And Angelique sent me this incredible headband. I got to tell you that I have not taken it off my head since I received it in the mail the other day. I just love it. And when I wore it outside for my walk, I had this headband on and a jacket, and I took off the jacket, and walking with the headband and just my turtleneck, it was perfect. It keeps me warm, but more than that, it's so beautiful. Angelique is an amazing crocheter, an expert crocheter, and she made this for me because she's so sweet, and I really appreciate it, and I love it. So, and I wear it. And I have two other crocheted headbands, but I don't wear them as much. I need to bring them out, but this just suits me, so thank you so much. I appreciate it. Angelique, you should sell these. I don't know if it would be profitable for you, but I'm sure people would order them. They're amazing. But don't sell on Etsy because you know what? I just looked at Etsy. I shouldn't tell people what to do, but they have like soft porn right right on the website. Like I'm looking for stuff on Etsy and I'm like, oh my God, it's like, I didn't know I was on a hustler site, So I don't know if I'll buy stuff from Etsy anymore because I think that's inappropriate. If you want to look at that stuff, then go to sites that offer that. So long story short, I'm not going to talk about politics with strangers or even friends. It's not a good idea. And, I'm just going to just be with the unawakened. You all are awakened. You understand that there are ETs here. There are agendas here. It is not, you go beyond the surface, but most people are so surface. And, you really can't talk to them. You have to wait until they wake up. I mean, you can plant seeds, but if I were to just go off and talk to people about, you know, the Luciferian agenda and the Mother Goddess and the ETs, and they would just, you know, think I'm unhinged. If I talk to them about vaccines, or they would not get it. So there's no point in making yourself nuts, you know. So that's what I did. I started walking again. I was agitated because this guy goes, we just can't talk. And I was thinking, yeah, we really can't. And he's like, take care. And I said, yeah. And then I walked, and then I was so upset. And I was like, this is ridiculous. I shouldn't be upset about this. But then I brought in the ray of the Lemurian Mother Goddess, and it calmed me right down. So I figured we could do that. We could start with that. And then I was talking with a friend last night, and I told her, she's a Pleiadian, and I told her, oh, I think I'm going to channel a Pleiadian. So I'm going to bring in a Pleiadian from Merope. Merope? Is that how you say it? There are 7 main stars in the Pleiadian star system, but there's many, many more stars, probably hundreds. But I was just looking at the star system, and I thought, and then Merope stood out. So I was like, okay, the being wants to come in, and she's from that star. So I'm going to channel her tonight and see what she has to say about her daily life. I want to say hello to Pamela. Thank you for being here. So anyhow, I'm feeling a lot better. I was having major ascension symptoms. I mean, for the last 2 years, just really, really tired. But another reason why I was tired, I just went to my doctor. I don't have a thyroid because I had thyroid cancer, so I had a thyroidectomy. So I take thyroid medicine to live, and my dose was really low. Like, it was not high enough. So I started taking more medicine over the weekend, and I feel a lot better. I have a lot more pep in my step. So I'm thinking, I'm getting myself together, you know, all my ills, so that I can really be of more service, because, you know, you can't really do much if your health is compromised. So focusing on getting my health right, and then focusing on where to live, because they just keep jacking up my rent here. Food's going up, gas is going up. It's getting harder and harder. So I wanted to move to Oregon, but that's even more expensive than Albuquerque, New Mexico. So I'm looking for a cheap place to live. Arkansas, maybe part of Arizona, hoping to get that in order. It's just, I know that you all are going through this. It's just a lot to survive. I mean, with increasing prices and so on and so forth. And I know many, many people are having a hard time, and I understand, and my heart goes out to you. So, and that's another reason why I want to get my health straight, so I can work more, so I can, you know, make ends meet. It's just, you know how it is. Anyhow, I'm not going to complain. I'm going to channel. So, oh, thank you, Angelique. That's sweet. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring in the pink ray of the Lemurian Mother Goddess. And you all have, you all come from a certain soul ray when you incarnate here. And those soul rays are color-coded. I don't, you know, maybe I should start looking at people's soul rays, because to see where they're at, where they're coming from. But if you come from like a yellow soul ray versus a green soul ray versus turquoise versus indigo or purple or pink or whatever, it really has an impact on your spiritual evolution, your spiritual development, your personality, and what you gravitate towards. So bringing in the soul ray of the Lemurian Mother Goddess, which is pink, it's very calming and nurturing, and it's like being in the womb, you know, that kind of energy, just like calm, peaceful, loving. And when I was designing my website, I could not get the colors right. I was like, and I wanted it to be perfect, of course, you know, And I'm like, wow, I should do this color or that color. And I had an amazing web designer helping me, and I just couldn't get it straight. And then it was like pink. Pink came in. Pink came in for the background and the text boxes. And I was like, pink? I don't like pink. You know, pink is for babies, for sissies. That's what I used to think. But no, pink came in and pink felt right, and pink it was. And then I found out that that's the soul ray of the Lemurian mother goddess. So it was going to be pink, and then I kind of had to figure that out. You know, maybe I should have just asked. Anyhow, oh dear. So I'm sorry, Pamela. She lost her two best friends, her cats. I'm sorry. There's nothing worse than that. My poor little cat Benji has really bad PTSD. He's the sweetest cat in the world, but someone turned him in when he was 9 weeks old. I think he was living by the dumpster or some outside, and he just is terrified of people and noise. And so I'm trying to work with him to get over the PTSD, but it's hard. You know, it's like babies, people, animals, cats, whatever. When they're babies and they're subjected to a lot of stress and trauma, they're so impressionable at that age that it takes a lot to heal that when they're older. And that's why it's so important to give life beings, animals, people, just the best start possible so that they don't get trauma when they're extremely young, because, you know, it stays with you, and you have to work really hard to let it go, as you all know. Anyhow, I'm babbling, so I'm gonna start. So if you have a piece of selenite, or if you have a piece of rose quartz, look at this lovely piece of rose quartz. This is from South Dakota. It's from my crystal supplier. He gave this to me, or no, yeah, I think he did. Or I bought it, one or the other. But I don't know if you can tell, but it's a darker pink for a rose quartz. I don't think you can tell, and it's very high quality. The mine there sells high quality rose quartz. So I have a few of these pieces on my website from North Dakota. And the selenite I sell is from Utah, which is, of course, the highest quality selenite in the world. So grab a crystal, grab something to work with. I'm going to use both. I'm going to use the selenite and the rose quartz. And we're going to just go through like a calming meditation, and then I'm going to bring in a Pleiadian starseed who's going to talk to us about her existence. So if you would take 3 deep breaths in and out, and in and out, and in and out. Okay. All right. So if you would, just put your attention in your heart chakra. Put your energy in your heart chakra, your thought, your attention there. And we're going to call in the guides, and then we're going to open up your bodies. So at this time, I invite you to call in your highest and best healing and channeling guides. Okay, you can call them in by name if you know who they are. If you don't know who they are, you call in your highest and best, and they'll come to you. Also, I would like to call in my guides, the archangels, Archangel Gabriel, Archangel Michael, Archangel Ariel, Archangel Raphael. I ask for thousands and thousands of warrior protection angels around me and anyone watching this live stream or video later. Please block all negative entities, energies, or thought forms from entering this space. And if anything's released by anyone here, I ask the angels to take it to source and transmute it to light. Lastly, I would like to invite in our guest, the Pleiadian from, I don't know if I'm pronouncing this right, Merope. And I would like the Lemurian Mother Goddess to come in and oversee and overlight this channeling. And lastly, I ask that the Lemurian Mother Goddess come in and open us up, opening our crowns, our third eye, our throat chakras, our hearts, opening our solar plexus, navel, and root chakras. And we bring in the healing, nurturing, loving energy of the Lemurian Mother Goddess. We ask for her light to come into our crown and into our hearts. And just sit with this energy for a while, empty your mind, and open your heart. And breathe. Open your third eye and see if you get any visuals from the Mother Goddess. Okay, pull in more and more of that pink energy. We ask for the pink healing energy of the Mother Goddess to go into every cell of our being, into our auras, into our fields, and bring in healing and nurturance for us tonight. And now we ask for, so I'm here, first of all, I saw a rose, a pink rose, and then I heard that you are love. Not that you are loved, but that you are love. Love incarnate. And we are one. So you are one with the Lemurian Mother Goddess. And she asks that if you have a desire or a wish or a prayer right now, to go inside your heart and take a few moments and send that prayer up to her at this time. Okay, beautiful. I want to say hello to Eusebio. So nice to see you here. You're a jewel. You're like the crown jewel in the Queen's tiara. Truly. So, I would like to now bring in our Pleiadian guest. I hope that you said that prayer sincerely and wait for her answer, because she will answer you. Okay, just have faith in her own time. Sometimes it takes a while, sometimes it's instantaneous. But I thought we would bring in our Pleiadian sister from Merope, see what she has to say, and see if she has a beautiful message for her Earth brothers and sisters tonight. So at this time, again, I would like to bring in our Pleiadian guest. Please come in, take over my voice, bring in a message appropriate for the audience here tonight. Sending you a lot of love, and thank you for volunteering to do this. We certainly do appreciate that. Okay. Yes, this is your Pleiadian, Meropian star sister, and I am excited to be here tonight. This was a last minute request, and I stepped up because I thought, why not? Why not? Life is full of adventure, and life is full of fun. Life is full of discovery, and also it involves doing things that are interesting and doing things that are different. That's what makes life fun. If we did the same thing every day, every minute, how monotonous would that be? So it's always exciting and fun to do different things. Yes, I am a Meropian. And so I have lived here actually for over 1,000 years. I came into birth. I was birthed on this planet by my parents, and I live in a nuclear family, like some of you do on planet Earth, or I did when I was younger. So I came into existence about 1,100 Earth years ago, a little more than that. And my parents brought me in as an expression of love. They wanted to kind of bring, when you're first of all, let me describe, I am a Pleiadian. I am a humanoid. I look very Earth-like. If I were to walk on your planet, I would look probably a little bit more ethereal than the average person, maybe a little bit thinner than the average person, maybe a little taller. My eyes are larger, my nose is smaller, my lips are smaller, but I literally could pass for a human. And I have fantasized about coming to Earth and walking on the streets and just observing everything there, but I have not done that yet. Right now I am wearing a you would say it was a spacesuit, but it has a wide belt below my waist, and in this belt I put all my accoutrements, things that I need during the day. Our days are different than your days, but I have certain things that I utilize to keep my skin breathing, to keep my energy high, and to regulate my balance, and to regulate my body in response to the environment. So these are things that I keep on me, and I utilize them throughout the day to keep me balanced. But getting back to my birth, my parents brought me in as an expression of love, and in a way, I am a statement of their union at that time. I do have a sibling, a brother who is older than me, and a brother who is younger than me. Not all Pleiadians have families, and on my star, we keep our population stable. We do not want to have many, many, many people that would put a drain on all of the resources, and we live very long lives. So it's important to keep our population stable, and it's almost as it's like you have to, a Pleiadian has to transition to go into the light or to leave our star for another human to be birthed, right? And so there, it is a very conscious decision. It is not made lightly, happenstance, but my parents were considered very good parents, so they had 3 children, which is unusual here. We don't, most people do not have 3 children, not as close in age as we are, so that was a huge blessing. So yes, I am a female Pleiadian. My eyes, you would say they are ultraviolet. They're like a purple color, really. Kind of like the Channels jacket, maybe a little deeper. And I have blonde hair, so it is blonde. And my skin tone would be lighter, on the lighter side, although there are many Pleiadians who have darker skin tones, and there are also Pleiadian species that are not humanoid. So we are very varied here. We have many life forms because our race is somewhat ancient and there have been a lot of coming and goings through the Pleiades. So there are many different life forms here. But getting back to my looks, so you can understand who I am, I wear my hair in the middle, it is straight. And I usually wear like a spacesuit with boots, and that is how I am most comfortable. So I am over 1100 years old, and on the Pleiadian star system, we go through quite an educational process. The children are in school, but our school is not as regimented as Earth school, so we are tested from a young age, and our proclivities, our strengths and weaknesses are ascertained, and we are given much help and tutoring in our weaknesses, and we are also given teaching and guidance, and we are we know what our strengths and weaknesses are throughout the school process, and we are really bolstered and coached in our strengths, and we are allowed to express those strengths throughout school. So my main strength actually is musicianship. I am extremely artistic, so I work with sound and color. If I were to be on Earth, I would probably work as a fashion designer or somewhat a musician in the orchestra. That is my natural bent. And so when I was in school, I was exposed to many different instruments. We have instruments like you do upon Earth. Some are stringed. We have some similar instruments and some are different. So I was taught to play a stringed instrument at a very young age. And my voice was trained. So I went through many lessons on expanding the range of my voice so I could sing very low and then sing very high and sing the notes in between. I work with other musicians, and we create chords or blendings of our voices that are utilized as toning. They're utilized as toning for other Pleiadians to bring them peace, harmony, luck, abundance, fun, whatever it is. We use our voices to create vibrations or tones that bring in energies. And so you could say in a way that I'm a sound healer. And this is what I do for a living. And I work with a group of other sound healers, and we make recordings and do works, or we put on concerts that are used by the people for entertainment, but the underlying motivation, the underlying purpose of the sound healing is to broaden the range of the Pleiadian psyche, the intuition, the clairvoyance, the clairaudience. When I work with other beings creating sounds and harmonies, everything is new and different. Every work is unique. They work on the biological system of the other Pleiadians, and they are used for healing, but really used for expansion. So if you were to sit in a recording or to sit in our energy, and sometimes there are Pleiadians in my work group who do solo recordings or solo concerts, and sometimes we work together, but usually we all appear on the stage and we are artists and we sing together and then we sing separately. And so if you were to see us on stage, I work with 4 women and 3 men, and the women would appear in the same long robe, but they would be different colors. So normally I'm wearing a whitish silver robe, which is aligned to my range in my voice. And then the other 3 women in my group wear different colored robes. One is wearing more of a magenta color, one more of a blue color, and one more of a green color. And these robes, these colors that we wear stay the same because it is an outward coloration or representation of our voice. And so we use the robes to highlight, or you could say accentuate, the healing that's coming from our voice. And the men, there's one that's wearing purple, one like a golden yellow, and one more of a brown color. And these are colors that we would correlate with earth colors. Our colors are a little bit different, but if you were to look at us, that is what you would see. So we line up and we sing our introduction, and then each of us sings a small solo piece. And as we give concerts to general audiences, and these audiences come to hear us, and when they hear us, the energy goes right into their heart, right into their bodies, and they expand. Their consciousness expands. And these sound healings or sound concerts, because they are used for healing and also expansion and also for entertainment. So it's multidimensional in the impact or the purpose, yes. And so the people would come in, and we sing a lot to children and adolescents because they are still growing up and they're still expanding their bodies, and we want the bodies to align with the soul purpose and the heart. And so our music is used as a way to get these children to reach out and bring in new energies. So oftentimes, for instance, if there is a scientist or a technician who works on our star system, Merope, they would come to our concert, and if they were having an issue or a problem or a conundrum that they just cannot get their answer, they can't get their head around it, they would come in and sit in silence, go directly into the heart, and we would just sing. And as the energy comes towards them, their auras expand. Actually, their whole energy field expands. They empty out their mind, and oftentimes they get an epiphany, a flash of light, a flash of insight, and the idea or the solution to their problem comes right into their field. They see it and they grab it, and then they work out the details later, but they get the general inspiration, the general idea through our sound presentations. And this has been written upon on Earth, where scientists who have made remarkable discoveries, or mathematicians or even theologians, are just in empty stillness, and then boom, they get an idea, and they really do pull it down from the ethers. And so if there is an idea or an invention or a musical composition up there coming from higher sources, if you can clear and empty your space, you can reach up and you can kind of grab it, make it your own. And this is why on your planet there have been scientists who get exactly the same realization or the same invention um, at the same time during the same year. So I love what I do. It is a purification process. Every time I sing, I do, I have a preparatory song that I sing, and it is meant to purify my body and also to tone the insides of my body. So our bodies are similar to your bodies, not exactly the same, but similar. And so we do have organs, we do have um, energy points. And so the beginning composition that I sing before I do a presentation with my group, we tone ourselves and purify ourselves so that we can be the best receivers of sound and the best givers of sound. So in a way, I'm channeling, but it is through music. And I also am a painter, and we paint with a substance that is very translucent. It is not like oil paints or watercolors. It is a different type of substance. And I paint pictures of other worlds. I paint images of star life. I'm very interested in life that lives in the waters, and sometimes I paint those beings. On Merope, we are a planet that is very old. We're an ancient planet, and we are, yes, we are a water planet. There are streams, rivers, there are fountains, natural fountains, geysers of water that come up from the earth. And we have a great love and appreciation for the water. So we have sea life, or life that lives in the water. Our water, the oceans on Earth have more salt in them than the big expanses of water upon our planet, but yet they hold much life. There are fungi or moss or that type of life that grows abundantly, and all the little creatures live in that. Many are shelled, but it is a beautiful thing to see them and watch them, and they have calm and beautiful existences, and I paint those for relaxation. But I also have displayed my paintings in halls for people to view. So I'm a landscape painter, you would say, much more than a painter of other Pleiadians. I also paint starscapes and the cosmos, and sometimes I just paint fantasy. Who knows? And maybe it would be a representation of another star far, far, far away from here. So I still am single. I'm not married. I am not part of a partnership. My goal in this lifetime was to expand on my artistic expression and to work professionally with music, sound, and art. And it is a great joy, and I am very happy with my life. I do see my parents regularly. I visit them. If I lived on Earth, you could say on every Sunday I'm seeing my parents, but I live with others that have similar interests. I spent many, many years studying music, composition, voice, artistry, painting. We have the ability to go to school really as long as we would like. Our basic needs are taken care of, food, shelter, all of these things. The technology is used here to provide for the basic Pleiadian, Meropian coming up. And so people have the ability to pursue their interests. We are not in survival mode like many on Earth. Our technology is utilized for the benefit of our species, our race, our society, and we keep very, very strict controls on the environment, the ecosystem, other life forms. We try to keep a balance here so that people can self-actualize and follow their dreams and do what they want to do and not be beholden to do something that does not suit. So I meet with my family once a week. My older brother is married and they are expecting their first star child. My younger brother is still single and still studying. We can study for hundreds of years, actually. Regarding Earth, it has been, of course, we have studied Earth. We go through, you could say, primary school where we study the other stars and the other planets, the other civilizations, and we have studied Earth, and it seems, frankly, like a very scary place to me. There are other Pleiadians who volunteered to come to Earth many, 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 many thousands of years ago, and these Pleiadians are held in very high esteem in our constellation because we understand that this is a very challenging job, a challenging role. They went from a very high self-actualized vibration to a very low and dense vibration. And so these Pleiadians have been reincarnating on Earth over and over again to raise the consciousness, the frequency of Earth, although sometimes their higher selves are sitting right next to me in school. So it's a very interesting concept. But yes, the Pleiadian travelers and starseeds are held in high esteem here. And I believe that they are held in high esteem in your civilization as well. There are other Pleiadians on our star who pray, meaning bring in light for the civilizations that are still undergoing strife, conflict, war, violence. These things have not touched our star system in thousands and thousands and thousands of years. And so we do understand, because our history way, 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 way long time ago was there was warfare, there was strife, there was conflict. We overcame that, and so we say vigils and bring in light. You could say we say prayers for the worlds that are still undergoing this type of conflict and karma. So that is a little bit about my life here. It is, for me, this is venturing out. I have never really even left the Pleiades. I have traveled to other stars here, but I have not left the Pleiades. And maybe that will be my next step. I don't know. But it has been a pleasure to come through this channel and to share myself with you. I would like to leave you with a sound for healing for your hearts. And this sound is coded to bring in healing, but it's also coded for expansion. So if you are looking for your soul's breath, your soul's work, your soul's passion, this should help ignite it within you. And so I would like to share this with you. And so that I will bring it through the channel, and we will bring in light to your lives this way. I love you, and I very much appreciate you letting me share with you today. Much love, and you can call me Adelaide. That is not my Pleiadian Meropian name, but it is a close sound to what I am called, so you might call me Adelaide. Much love. Okay, so bringing in Adelaide and bringing in her sound. And now I would say adieu to all of my friends, my new friends on earth, sending you so much love. I love you all. And now the Pleiadian channel, she has Pleiadian energy and a Pleiadian life, will share some light language to give you that oomph and that kick that you need for expansion in spring 2022. Somebody go my channel, but I put a big something with a channel for capital for you go like a banana. How nobody was on the channel, but we think I such a door. How can we keep show? Nobody going to get a banana. How nobody would have said nobody better get a banana question. Nobody know, but everybody goes on what we can win it all. What are you going to show nobody middle? What do you got on whenever you must show? Never take what over the show. But you always did over there. Shut up. And now the channel comes back. Well, thank you. Thank you, Adelaide. Thank you, Adelaide. That was really, really interesting. Thank you for sharing a little bit about your life, and thank you for volunteering to come through my channel today. And I want to wish you all a very, very lovely week. I hope that the light language and the sounds helped your soul in its unique expression. Remember that we are starlight, we are star seeds, we are here on our star mission. Don't give up, don't look back, full steam ahead. I love you guys. Take care. Bye-bye.